Hello and welcome back to another episode of Learning Getting Started with Dwarf Fortress. I don't know what to call it. It's a tutorial, it's getting started, it's learning. I've called it all the things now. Probably call it something different next time. But regardless, we are into Dwarf Fortress now. We have set up Dwarf Therapist, I have set my custom professions the way I like them, and we are here in the map mode. Now, as I said, we're gonna start digging. There's another thing I want to show you first before we start digging. It won't take long, so we will start digging in this episode, but I'm gonna show you this, which is DFHack. You might have noticed that when Dwarf Fortress starts, it launches two windows. As you see here, it launches Dwarf Fortress and the other one, Dear Dwarf Fortress, right? And both of these are what makes up Dwarf Fortress now with DFHack. Now the one window is Dwarf Fortress, the other is DFHack. DFHack is just a command line where you can control various plugins and features of DFHack. You could completely cheat here by telling it to reveal. Now it has revealed the entire map. You will see the difference that what was previously black, we can now see underground. This, however, is not recommended for playing because it will mean that if you can see the stuff, Dwarf Fortress is also gonna calculate and simulate on it, and that's gonna slow down your game. So you want to do unreveal. If you did reveal. So yeah, and now we go down, up, everything's hidden again. But there is another way for you to figure out what's happening on this map without actually doing reveal, which I like to do at the start of all new saves, and that is prospecting. I mean, dwarves are savants when it comes to stone. So they presumably show up here, poke a stick in the ground, and sniff it, and lick it, or something. And they know all about the geological stuff of this area. So we will do prospect, all. And it gives us a giant list here. I won't spend too long talking about this. Suffice to say, I'll put a link in the description to the Dwarf Fortress wiki, which we will get up here somewhere. I don't have Dwarf Fortress wiki. Well, come here then. Dwarf Fortress wiki. Here we go. We will put a link here to the Dwarf Fortress wiki, where we can find stuff like metal. And in here we will get a breakdown of the metals, the alloys, various things, because the geological system in Dwarf Fortress is very akin to real life. So what we actually could do is look at ores. Here we go. So these are the ores we're going to find. Just so you know that if you do this and you get all of this prospecting info and you're like, oh my god, this is the Matrix all over again. Don't worry. These are the ores. It sorts it a little bit for you here. These are the ores, and it tells us a little bit about what we have the most of. So from this I can tell we have a lot of galena, and I know from experience that, or from having done this before, if we just do this. Stay there. We have a lot of galena. And we see, yeah, it gives galena. It will give us lead and silver, 50%, and then some lead. Native gold gives us gold. Tetrahedrite, all stone, gives us copper and 20% silver. Native silver, basically silver. We have something called cassiterite, which gives us tin. Sphalerite gives us zinc. which is good. That means we have all the ingredients basically to make brass and bronze. And then we have something here called malachite, gives us copper. And then we have magnetite, which is good because that gives us iron. We also have limonite and hematite, which means we have all the iron-bearing ores on this map. But silver is pretty abundant. We also have some platinum, some bismuthine, which gives us bismuth, and raw adamantium, which we probably won't be getting to for a while. Every map has adamantium. It's at the super lowest level, and very difficult to get, but it is a super amazing substance. So, closing all of this down, or sort of minimizing all of this, we will get into actually diggy hole. Now to start digging, we mostly, or to tell them to do most things, which involves digging, chopping trees and stuff, or digging ramps, digging stairs, smoothing stone, engraving stone, we use the designate. So I hit D for designate. And then we have a new option. We have mine, up, downstairs, upstairs, up, downstairs, remove, up, downstairs, and ramps, channel, a lot of things. What we will do first of all is to use this pre-selected one, which is T, chop down tree. So I'll hit enter. Or no, excuse me, do that again. D, T. And now we have a cross. We'll take this cross, put it somewhere over in the river here. Hit enter. I go away from that, you see it flashes. I will then hold shift to move 10 squares at a time. Move all the way over here down into this river. Or actually possibly all the way down here. No. We'll go over here and then I hit enter again. And now it box selected all of those trees. You can see they turn black, which means they have been designated for some work. I'm gonna manually just jump around here. Toggle a couple more of those. Go down a level. Tell them to get rid of all of these trees. Because a little bit of Dwarf Fortress lore is, or canon, would be dwarves hate trees. Elves love trees, dwarves hate trees, dwarves hate elves. And that's how the story goes. Chop this tree, most of it will fall in the river anyway, but we don't care. Alright. Now we're ready to do some digging. So what I'll do first is just pick a spot. This seems good a spot as any. And I'll hit J, tell it to build a downstair. Enter, enter. To box select that, I could go lots of stairs. Hit X to remove this designation. But now I just did dig, J, downstair, enter, enter on this, and that made a downstair. Or actually it designated it to be made. So staying in that exact spot, I hold shift and use the greater and lesser than operand key, go down one level. Now I change to I for up downstairs. I hit enter, hold shift again, and then I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Down 15 Z levels. Hit enter again. And now I move away and we see there's a X there. That is the symbol that represents an up-down stair. So by going up now, up, 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 you will see this is designated on all levels. 4, 3, 2, 1. And once we get up, it's an up-down stair. Or it's a downstair. Sorry, not an up-down stair. It's a downstair. And if I unpause now, my mining dwarfs will just dig straight down, carving stairs into the mountain as they go, so that the dwarfs can walk up and down. So we'll do that. Unpause. There they go. They've dug a hole, and they're now going down. And now we get pop-ups like, you have struck tetrahedrite, you have struck cobaltite. Because as they now dig down, they are hitting various mineral formations. And every time we hit a new type of mineral formation, it lets us know. Another thing that helps us here is that by digging down like this, we get a feel for where the soil ends. Now, we can see here, just by hitting the K key, we just get a sort of a inspect X. And I'll keep this next to my stair here, and we can see in the top right corner it says sandy loam wall. Silith clay loam wall, that is also dirt. Fire clay wall, that's good, we have more clay. And then we have white sand. And then we have a rough hewn chert wall. Now we're into stone. Go down a couple of levels on that. Now we have granite. Still granite. We have quartzite. And there were somewhere we had cobaltite. Where is that? Here we have cobaltite. So this shows us where do we have dirt, where do we have stone. You can live above ground, you can live below ground, you can be anywhere you want, but you do want to have some dirt for your farms. And you don't want to have your farms outside because that leaves them exposed to attack. So I am thinking we want to go into the fire clay area here to actually make farms. Which would be a good place for us to start. So what we're gonna do is gonna put a little cut in here to make this episode not go any longer. But now we have been through the dwarf therapist things, we have been through how to chop trees, we've started chopping trees, we have learned how to dig holes and designate things for stairs and mining and all that stuff. And now, in the next episode, I'm going to gloss over that a little bit. Presumably you have learned how to use the dig menu. You can experiment a little bit around for yourself. You hit D, you get these options. It gives you what do you want to do. And you just sort of mark the area you want stuff to happen in. So we have the controls down, and I will keep referring to the shortcut keys possibly as I go along. I probably will forget soon enough. But now we're going to start on the more intricate mechanics of the game, where we have to dig out farms, designate areas, put up workshops, making stockpiles, etc. But that's going to be the next episode. So see you in a few.